Patience is not the ability to wait, but the ability to keep a good attitude while waiting. A leader is the one who knows the way, shows the way, and goes the way. Wellness morning to all from Building Spiritual Muscles, a subsidiary of Human Empowerment Cell of Jeevan Charge. We welcome you all to our day 4 of our 10-day ongoing series on Laws of Universe Level 3. What does Vindri Korchi, our spiritual healer and life coach, have up her sleeve today? Well, it's patience and leadership. So let's get
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh, Sat Shri Akal, good morning to all, good evening to the overseas. So we are back, and now the very important law that we are going to do, the 7th and the 8th law. The 7th law is the law of patience. This is the sub-law. Where is this patience? Is already deep rooted inside us, but we are not aware of it. Because in life, we are always impatient. We want everything in capsules. So what is it? What is actually patience? Patience is the ability, the strength to bear trials, delays, misfortunes, inaction. How? Calmly. We have to be very calm and balancing all our energies. So this is the strength, the ability. Patience means being very, very calm when all these misfortunes come into our life. Now, what is the spiritual meaning of patience? Now, this is patience that you will have to be very calm. But what is the spiritual meaning of patience? Is this a spiritual law? The willingness to stay where we are. कुछ भी हो जाता है हमारे सामने. We have to be very patient. And then sabr होना चाहिए, patience होना चाहिए. To be where we are in any situation. And then you live that situation. Believe that something is going to happen. Something is good for you. We say no, always see a silver line. So when in any situations come into life or any such happenings happen in life, misfortunes. So what happens? We definitely work. We want to change anything. But they say you must always have patience and try to understand that there is some lesson or something hidden behind it which is going to manifest. So a waiting person is a patient person. But you see in this life, we don't have the patience. We are always running. We want capsules. We want everything immediately. But this is a very beautiful tool which is very, very strong. So we have to, according to spirituality, wait and watch. Try to understand that whatever is coming in life, there is something that's going to manifest which is hidden. There must be a lesson behind it. So wait patiently, have trust. Then what is the divine patience? What is it? It is just an inaction. You are not in action. This is just a temporary thing that you're not in action, not doing anything. Your situation has come, a misfortune has come. What are you doing? You're just calmly waiting, watching, understanding there is some secret behind it, there is some lesson behind it, and you become inactive. You become inactive. Wait patiently. Now, what is the importance of this? In the spiritual life, what is the importance of this patience? They say that patient is a good thing to have in times of great stress and difficulties. The importance is what? Because life is full of stress, lot of difficulties, lot of hurdles. This patience is something very, very good, which helps us during the stress and difficulties. Because when difficulties and stress come, no, we go haywire. We become very hyper. We are not able to handle it. At this time, patience works beautifully. Because in nature, we don't want, it's say yet in a human's nature, to want things to change for the good right now. We want it now. We don't have the patience. मैंने अभी एक किया तो इसके साथ में इसको मेरे को रिजल्ट मिल जाना चाहिए. Whenever we are doing anything good also, we want the fruit immediately. But no, it does not work that way. It does not work. Whatever you give, you get back. But there is always a time. So we have to wait patiently for it. But in this world, we are always running, and impatient. We want capsule and we want immediate result. So it says that the patient is a tool which helps us very beautifully in the spiritual life. So waiting has become almost uncivilized in this era of hyper speed. आज अगर हम कहें मेरे को अभी बहुत patient है, सब्र है, तो they say that this is uncivilized. अब क्यों नहीं उठ के कुछ करे, कुछ करो, do something. अब patiently क्यों बैठे हो? Because this is now what the people want. They think that this is uncivilized, but this is a spiritual tool. You've done your work, you've done your 100%, whatever effort you do, wait patiently. Whenever you see situations come in front of you, any misfortune comes in front of you, patient, pause, stop, take your responsibility. See that there is a silver line. See that there is some lesson behind it. There is some secret that is behind it. Have patience, have trust. So it is very, very important in the spiritual life. This patience is very important. And what is patience in all religion? This is a spiritual life, because spiritual life is much above religion. Where religion finishes, spirituality starts. In every religion, importance is given to patience. हम क्या देते हैं? सब्र. सब्र होना. Have patience. So it is a cheerful endurance. Sabr is what? A cheerful endurance. हम कह देते हैं चढ़दी कला. In all conditions and consequences. Any consequences, any that conditions come, we are always being cheerful and being in chढ़दी कला. Any actions or deeds or any karma or any compensation or any correspondence or any email or any trigger or any fruit that comes, we are always cheerful. This is a sign of patience. So it says that when there is any misfortune, or maybe even when there is joy, there is pain or pleasure, cold or heat, sorrow or joy. You see, both the words are there. But you have to have patience. That means you have to be stable. Sam kar jano. Because usually when there is misfortune, we touch the sky. We are so unhappy, so sad, we have so much of stress. And if there is joy and happiness in life, then we are also forget the Almighty. Both the time. So it says, have patience, sam kar jano. It is very, very important in religion. They say you must have this patience. Then what is the benefit of all this patience? What is the benefit? See, if you have this patience, it is a very spiritual tool. If you have patience, then what will be? You will enjoy mental health. You will enjoy mental health. If you have patience, you will have a better friend and neighbors. You will have friends and neighbors. If you have patience, you will be able to achieve goals. People who do not have patience, who are hyper, who are impatient, they cannot reach their goals. So having patience, you can achieve your goals. You can achieve good health, your mental health. You can have your better friends and good relations. But that is if you have patience. Because in life, you'll see, even in relationship, these are also consequences that come in life. But what happened? We become so impatient. We want to set everyone right. Sare theek ho jaye. But no, have patience. Watch with a very balanced mind, understanding that there is something waiting for us. There is some lesson or there is some silver line. Trust it. Have patience. But the patience should be very calm. It should be very calm. Ab chup to ho, wait te kar rahe ho, sabr to kar rahe ho, but calm. There should be calmness in it. Acha. Now, if there is a patient, a person who is very patient, then what is his need? What is his need? अगर आज आप बहुत पेशेंट हो तो आपके नीड्स क्या हैं? You need to love and get love. Give love and get love. You need what? A meaningful and a purpose life, dharma. You need it. Then what do you need? You need support and hope. These are all you can see. These are the virtues. You need support and hope. Who? The people who have patience, इनके अंदर सब्र है. They need support, hope, dignity, respect, purpose, love, and they give love. These are all the needs of a patient person. Patience is a virtue, and there is a reason. It's tough skill to master. It's not easy. It is tough skill because we are always running in stress. We are impatient. We want everything to work like a capsule. Immediate results. So patient comes in three main varieties. Now, patient comes in three main varieties. One is the internal personal patience. Internal personal patience. This is the first main variety. And this variety is what? With whom this patient is with the people. Their demands, when you have to have patience with the people, with your family, then when there are demands, when there are failures in life, you need this interpersonal patience. This is the area where we need it. Then there are times, in the family you see, or you see children and all who drive you crazy. They have bad habits. Maybe just a spouse having a bad habit. This is where we need the patient. It demands patience. It demands patience. We have to be able to handle. We must have a patience that we do not lose ourselves. Because if we lose ourselves, we are going to make the matters more worse. So patient is your interpersonal patience. This is the first variety. This type of variety of having interpersonal patience, what is it? How do we cultivate this in the family? Becoming a good listener, having empathy, self-awareness, emotional intelligence. These are the qualities that we have to have in the interpersonal patience. अगर हमने फैमिली के अंदर अपनी पेशेंस रखना है, handling our spouses and children, so then what do we have to become? We have to become good listeners. We have to have empathy. We have to have self-awareness and emotional intelligence. These are all the qualities that a person who has the interpersonal patience. Now, the second is life hardship patience. Now, life is full of hardships. You will see there are certain setbacks, there are some failures, there are court cases, there are medical treatments. It all contains all these type of hardships that come in life. In this also we need patience. For example, even if we are waiting in a court, our case is there, we have to have patience. We have to have patience. If we're having a medical treatment, we have to have patience for the medications to work. Or even if we are having any setback into business, we have to have patience. If you're searching for a job, we have to have patience. So this is another type of a patient which is used for life hardship patients. And what is the thing that we require? We require determination, focus, keep your emotions under control. These are the people who are having patience in life when hardship comes. What do they require? They require determination. They have to be consistency. They have to have focus. These have to be very, very careful that their emotions have to be under control. Then only you can have patience when you are confronting these type of situations. Hardships are going to come in life. Every nook and corner you will find some of the situations are going to come. Even if there is a failure in life, we have to have patience. We have to understand. We have to see the silver line. We have to see that there is something behind it. We have to have the patience. Sabr te karna payega sab. This is a beautiful quality. And for this quality, we need determination, focus, controlling of our other emotions. Because we get usually frustrated. Usually we get frustrated. But then this is where we need to keep all these things under control. And the third one is a hassle. Hassle patient. What is the hassle? Usually in life, there are things which are not under our control. For example, you're on the road and there's a red light. You have to go somewhere. What happens? You become so hyper. You become so irritating. But this is not under our control. This is not under our control. We cannot break the laws. This is where we need patience. We need patience. So there are many things in life which are not under our control, which cannot be avoided. So what have we to do? We have to have patience. And in this, what is the thing that the quality that we need is calmness, empathetic. And if we do not have this, all these type of patience, then what are we going to suffer from depressions and stress? So now if we know so many things about patience, so what is the benefit of patience? What is the benefit of patience? When we have patience, then you are likely viewed positively by your co-workers. जो हमारे साथ काम कर रहे हैं, जो हमारे घर पे है, वो सब कहेंगे ना, इसके अंदर बहुत सब्र है, इसके अंदर बहुत सब्र है. Then you will work as a very good in a teamwork. People will accept you. You'll become more productive. You'll become more focused. This is the benefit of being patient. But at times, if you're over patient, then people can take you for a ride. If you're over patient, then people can take you for a ride. Be very, very careful. So now, patient is what? The key to having patient is what? You let the chicken, you get the chicken by hatching the egg, not by smashing it open. You let the chicken, you get the chicken by hatching the egg, not by smashing the egg. ਅਸੀਂ ਇਤਨੇ ਤਾਵਲੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਤਨਾ ਸਬਰ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਕਿ we already break the egg that the chicken comes out. No, it's not going to work. It's not. You have the patience that the chicken will be hatched from the egg, not by smashing the egg. But this is what we are doing. Usually we are so impatient. Now, if What is the risk now? If the patients we have understood, we understood all the flaws, what the different variety, everything we've understood the brain. But then what is the risk for patient? If you do not have patience, then what are you going to be labeled as? Arrogant. Very arrogant. Too much of perfection, has no patience, can think that can do everything. So people label you as arrogant. You are insensitive. You are impulsive. Your decisions are going to be poor, very poor. You will make judgments. You will pass judgment. These are the risks of patience. This is the risk. So you have to be very, very careful when you are understanding that patience is very, very important, very important. But we are impatient. We are impatient. Impatient is opposite of patience. And what does impatient? What are the symptoms? You have to understand what is also impatient. What are the symptoms of it? It includes what? You will see them breathing high. Impatient means that they're like hyper, they are breathing high. Their muscles tension, their hands are clenching, their restlessness, jiggling your feet, anxiety, nervousness. So you will see that impatient people are showing all these symptoms, Now, these impatience are triggered by, how are they triggered? They are triggered by people, words, and situations. When situations come, the triggers come, the impatience shows them the muscle tighten up, fast breathing, restlessness, anxiety, nervousness. This is all the negativity of being impatient. So you understand why patient is a spiritual tool. Now, how do you manage? How do you manage this impatience? You have to manage it in a very beautiful way. If you find you are getting impatient, apan andar lag raha hai ki you're becoming hyper, anxiety is coming, start breathing deeply, give deep breath, relax your body, relax your muscles from toe to head. Start speaking and move slowly. Start speaking and move slowly. Because you're clenching your feet, you're jiggling your feet, you're clenching your hand, you're nervous, your system, everything, the muscles are tightened up. Breathe, relax your body, relax your muscle from toe to head, and start a little bit speaking and move slowly. It appears as if the other thing that you are calm. If you sit in one place now, you will keep on jiggling your feet, you'll clench your hand, you feel the thing is tightening up, you feel the stress. So what happened? Start moving and start speaking. People think that you are calm. And when you are acting as patient, makes you feel more patient. Now you are acting that I'm patient. Okay, I'm patient. Then slowly you become patient. You have to challenge your negative assumptions. It is very, very important for us to manage all these impatient characteristics, because in life we will see that we have taken patience as something very simple. Sabar karna. आजकल के ज़माने में सबर करना is not there. It is not in our nature. But we have to have sabr in our nature, because this is a tool. Sabr santokh deya taram. This is a beautiful spiritual tools for us. Kahin baar nahi, ye sab andar hi hai. So what have we done? We have actually educated ourselves. And why we have educated? Because this steel, if we have come to know, then we had started with aspiration and dedication. We have started with all that. And slowly we have come down to what? Patience. This is also a tool that is embedded in us. So please, whenever situation comes, give a pause, take your responsibility, take your courage, bring in your dedication and aspiration, and slowly what will happen? You are going to become patient. Sabr karo. Understand. It will help you in all the spiritual laws. It's going to help you in your spiritual laws. Whenever in life things are going on, if we have patience and we just think twice, pause, कि जो हो रहा है ये क्यों हो रहा है. You have to have the patience. Without patience, it will not be. Patient, stop, pause, take responsibility. And then you will understand कि ये जो भी हो रहा है, क्यों हो रहा है, there is secret behind it. All these misfortunes have come, there must be a reason. So if you have only patience, then only you can introspect all these things. Otherwise, we will not introspect. To introspect, patience is very, very important for us. Coming on to the next tool, that is leadership. This is also another sub-law. Now, this law, usually we say, is, to guide or direct others in a divinely inspired way, infusing energy into them to support our mission. This is also a leadership. Leadership that we are guiding someone. Now, how do we guide? You have to be very careful that the leadership is when you keep an open mind. You have to keep an open mind and continue to rethink every matter. A leadership is what a person who's leading has to rethink every matter. Strong moral stance. Leadership rejects fear and casts a vision for the community. So the leadership has all these qualities. He has all these qualities. Now you have to have, as outside we are having this leadership of leading the people, inside also you must have this quality of a leadership, of how to guide, how to channel, how to counteract, how to eradicate all the vices, how to eradicate all your vices, how to take in all the virtue. This is also a part of a leadership of your own internal. So what is leadership? Are the three aspects, that is vision, unconditional love, and hope. Leadership includes three aspects. Vision. It has a vision, a very far vision. Is defining the destination and journey, encouraging faith, hope, which is very good. This is what a leadership has, a vision. We as individual must have a vision. Our visions are very short-lived. We're just slaying onto the body conscious. Our visions are not that far. Inculcate this leadership that we have a vision where we have to reach to our destination. And what is our destination? Our destination is reaching to the soul conscious. And what is the next aspect? Unconditional love. Unconditional love includes integrity, honesty, forgiveness, and loyalty. This is one of the three aspects that we people are going to have. This is the second. Vision is the first, unconditional love is the second, and third is hope and faith. Hope and faith. Every leader. So now you see all these are what? All these are the virtues. These are all qualities. These are all the characteristics. These are all the attributes which is already deeply rooted inside us. We are not aware of it. So just leadership doesn't mean leading someone, but to lead someone, you need all these things. These are the three aspects. A leader must have a vision. He must have an unconditional love. He must have the hope and faith. So internally, we all are leaders. We are also leading. We are leading ourselves from the body conscious to the soul conscious. This is our leadership. But when we are leading ourselves, ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਮਨ ਨੂੰ body conscious ਤੋਂ ਤੋੜ ਕੇ journey ਵਿੱਚ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ. Where? To the soul conscious. When we are taking there, then what have we to have? This is a vision. We must have the knowledge. And then we have to have the unconditional love, which is very beautiful tool, which we have already done in one of the tools. And then we must have hope and faith. We have to have faith on this knowledge. We have to have faith. The leaders have to have the faith and knowledge. Now, what are the 5 keys of leadership? Of a leadership, what are the 5 keys of leadership? First thing, communication. If a leader outside, what has he to? He has to have a communication with the people. That is how a leadership does. वो कारी बैठ जाए, किसी ना contact ही ना करे, community का no leadership. He has to have a communication. Same way, we as inside, as leadership, we have to have a communication with the higher self. We have to connect to a higher self. But how do we communicate with the higher self? We have to have the biodata of the higher self. So we have already done in all our classes the biodata of the higher self. So the leadership is first our communication. Daily communication with our higher self, just like a leader outside has his communication with all the people. He has to know all of them. He has to know. When he has a communication, then he knows his people. That is the leadership. So also we, inside, when we have a communication with the higher self, then we have to know all that is inside that man. साढ़े मन के अंदर की है, vices है, virtues है, what is there? And then what the universe is outside, there is a cosmic inside, mini cosmic inside. The mini cosmic consists of what? All different energies. So what have we do the leadership? We have to communicate and know each and everything that's happening inside us. And then knowing yourself, a leader first has to know himself outside. Without knowing what he is, you cannot go into a leadership and lead people. You have to know yourself first. Same thing inside. We have to know who am I. If I know who am I can communicate with the higher self. Then I can know each and every one in the mini cosmic. And then you have to say outside, a leader is that person. When we get a feedback, what happens? People are not ready to accept it. They do not accept it. Or territorial, but a good leader person who's leading will take the feedback. Where am I going wrong? Okay, everything is fine. Maybe I'm wrong somewhere. So it should be a very healthy thing of taking feedbacks. A good leadership always take the feedback. So also in our leadership, what is our leadership? That we are going to lead ourselves from body conscious to soul conscious. Our leadership is what? That we have to communicate with the higher self. We have to know the mini cosmic very well. We have to know who am I. And then when I get the feedback, I'm seeking the feedback when all the compensations, when all of them are coming. So we have to be taking it very, very happily with a very healthy mind. This is also a leadership of the internal. Now, what are the 4 principles of leadership? What are the 4 principles? This is now the 4 keys. This is how a leadership works inside. Now, the 4 principles of leadership is what? Self-reflection. A leader has to always self-reflect. Am I balanced? Am I doing fine? Self-reflection. So also we, as a leader inside, leader has to always have a self-reflection. Then has to have a balanced perception. He has to be balanced. And then true self-confidence apne andar hona chahiye. Ude andar genuine humanity honi chahiye. This is our leadership inside. Outside, this is also what leaders have to have. Then only you can lead the people. Now, we have to see that what makes a good leader. Now, if I become a leader outside or inside, what are the things that make a good leader? Integrity. No mask. Self-awareness. I have to have the courage. I have to have the respect. I have to have the empathy. I have to have the gratitude. These are the qualities that make a good leader. A good leader outside, when leading the people, has to have integrity, self-awareness, courage, respect, empathy, and gratitude. So also we inside, internal, spiritually, what have we to have? Integrity. Not putting on masks. We should be always self-aware, always alert. We have to have that courage. साढ़े अंदर वो चीज होनी चाहिए, the courage to face, because life is going to come with a lot of hurdles. We have to learn to face. We have to have empathy. We have to have gratitude. These are all the qualities that make a good leader. So is leadership a mindset? Is leadership a mindset? Yes, it is actually a mindset. It is all a मन दी अवस्था है. ये कोई बात कुछ learn करने वाली चीज नहीं है कि this is already the foundation. This is already deep rooted inside us. It is a skill which can be built. We slowly built it. We are getting the informations. These are the inspirations. Slowly, aspiration increases. We increase our aspiration. And when we have the jazba that we can do, then slowly bring up the courage. We bring in the responsibility, our honesty, our patience, and all these qualities are building up our leadership. Is sade under the sari qualities are we slowly triggering every day, each and every day we're triggering one of our sub laws, our sub, you can say our tools. These are all the virtues. Where are these virtues? These are all inside us. सानू किसी को बैक करने दी लोड़ नहीं है. So please become leaders. All of you become leaders of that journey that you are taking, that man from body conscious to soul conscious. Become a leader. So have the patience, create it, trigger it, handle every situation with patience. It will give you a lot of beautiful energy. It is going to give you good health. It's going to give you mental health, good mental health. And when mental health is good, your physical health will be very good. Our journey is from body conscious to soul conscious. So become leaders, leading with all these tools, with all these faculties which I have discussed today, become the leader. So my humble request to all of you that please today, don't only become leaders outside. Once you become the leader inside, once you are the leader inside, going on the journey from body conscious to soul conscious, because these are the spiritual tools. You don't need to think about the outside. So any doubt which you want to be cleared, you can just question me here. Arvinda, you can carry on.
Two beautiful sub-laws tools explained today. So today was a session where we had to train our ears to listen attentively without the prop of slides. So I'm sure we were all successful in that. Yes, we have a questions coming up. Hanji Rajwanji.
सत श्री अकाल भूआ जी.
सत श्री अकाल जी. सत श्री अकाल.
आवाज
हाँ जी.
हाँ जी. हर उम्मीद को तिनके का सहारा चाहिए. भूआ जी आज तुसी सारी डिक्शनरी खोलती. हाँ जी. कुछ पुछन वास्ते कुछ रहा ही नहीं आज. आज पुछन वास्ते कुछ रहा ही नहीं. तुसी सारी डिक्शनरी खोलती. हाँ जी. थैंक यू. आज पूरी डिक्शनरी खोलती. आज कोई रखा ही नहीं कुछ पुछन वास्ते. थैंक यू वेरी मच. थैंक यू.
हाँ जी. सुरजीत जी.
जी सानू जो भी हुण तक ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀਤੇ ਨੇ ਨਾ laws, I need one favor ये कि सानू बार-बार रिवाइज करनी पैंदी, अदरवाइज ਅਸੀਂ सब भूल जावांगे. ਤੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਨਾ फर्स्ट 3 days ਦੀ ਨਾ slides चाहिए जो पहले ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀਤੇ ਸੀ फर्स्ट पार्ट.
Okay, the first one, that is aspiration and dedication.
नहीं law of oneness.
Okay. वो नहीं है क्या
3 days. हाँ 3 days स्लाइड नहीं है, उसको बाद है मेरे को.
Don't
कि
get. You will get. तुम सारा मिलेगा.
okay.
You will be getting. Things are already downloaded and all, and Arvinder will tell you everything. You will get everything. You will get the audio, you get the slides, all you will be getting. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਫਿਰ ਆਪਣੇ ਨੋਟਸ ਬਣਾਓ, ਆਪਣੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਦਿਨ ਦੋ ਵਾਰੀ ਤਿੰਨ ਵਾਰੀ ਸੁਣੋ, ਆਪਣੇ ਨੋਟਸ ਬਣਾਓ, ਸਲਾਈਡਸ ਲਵੋ, whatever you want, you will be getting it. ਹਾਂਜੀ ਅਰਵਿੰਦਰ ਜੀ,
ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੜਾਂਗੇ,
yes,
ਜਾਣਗੇ ਨਾ,
yes,
ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੜਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ,
ਹਾਂ,
ਅਸੀਂ ਐਗਜ਼ਾਮ ਲੈਣੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਰਿਵਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰਨ.
I can understand.
ਅੱਛਾ,
I can
ਉਹਦੀ
understand.
ਹੋਰ ਪੁੱਛਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ is there any line ki how much patience,
ਹਾਂਜੀ,
like how much patience is good,
yes,
till I
yes.
get जब तक मैनू बेनिफिट मिल रहा है तब तक पेशेंस ठीक है, या जब तक अदर दूसरे को बेनिफिट मिल रहा है तब तक पेशेंस, मतलब हाउ मच पेशेंस वी शुड हैव.
देखो what happens,
लाइफ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਈ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮਸ ਆਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਨਾ, ਤੇ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਬੱਚੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਆਪ ਇਤਨੀ ਜਲਦਬਾਜ਼ੀ क्यों मचाते हो, ਤੇ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਥੋੜੀ ਜਲਦੀ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਕੰਮ ਤੇ ਬੈਟਰ ਹੋਏਗਾ. ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕੋਈ ਬਿਮਾਰ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਕੋਲ ਹੋਰ ਬੈਟਰ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਕੋਲ ਜਲਦੀ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਬੈਟਰ ਹੋਏਗਾ. ਲੇਕਿਨ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਸਬਰ ਕਰੋ, हैव पेशेंस, इतनी क्या जल्दी पड़ी है.
see what happens, usually no, we people are very impatient. ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਦਵਾਈ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਨਾ, ਅਸੀਂ ਫਟਾਫਟ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਕੋਲ ਲੈ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ. And we do not have the time for the medication to work on the person. First, even if we are working for a job or we are working or we have a downfall in something, we are so impatient कि ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਰਾਤੋਂ ਰਾਤ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਜਕੱਲ ਬੱਚੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਰਾਤੋਂ ਰਾਤ ਹੀ ਅਮੀਰ ਹੋ ਜਾਈਏ. They are so impatient that they want everything to go overnight. We have to have patience because जो भी situation सामने है, only if we have patience, if we give a pause, then only we can take a responsibility. जब तक ਸਾਡੇ ਅੰਦਰ patience नहीं है, जब तक ਸਾਡੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਸਬਰ नहीं है, जब तक ਅਸੀਂ pause नहीं ਕਰਦੇ, we cannot take the responsibility. Now, the responsibility is what? That you have to have the ability to how to respond. We've already done, this is one of the tools. You have to have a pause so that you can use your ability of how to respond. But if you don't have the sabr, if you don't have the patience, then how will you pick up the ability? Then it will be action and a reaction. Anyway, impatient ho jante hain. But we have to have patience. Patience hoega, you will have the time to introspect. You will have the time, the thing to work, medication to work. You will give जो भी ਅਸੀਂ effort use कर रहे हैं, when something is going wrong, business has gone down, we are using it and making some effort. Effort किया है, उधर result आएगा. But we don't have. ਅਸੀਂ ਥੋੜਾ effort ਕਰਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਟੈਟੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ. या ऐसे एफर्ट किया तो we don't have the patience, then we go into the wrong direction. Have patience is सबर संतोख बहुत जरूरी है. It is a spiritual law. But कभी-कभी कहते हैं कि सारा patience इतना ज़्यादा हो जाता है that people take us for a ride. People take us for a ride. इसके अंदर इतना patience है कि जो मर्जी कर लो. You take a, you have to be very careful that you can take a stand. Take a stand, but be careful that you are calm. You do not harm. You are calm and you do not harm. At times, people take us for a ride, and you can watch that mera sabr karna maybe can harm someone. But people are misusing it. So then you can take a stand, but be very careful that you are calm and you do not harm. ये दो चीज़ों का ध्यान रखना है.
I should not harm anyone, any feelings or any.
You are going to be calm, because when you are calm, you're not harming yourself. And when you are calm, you are not going to harm anyone.
till other मतलब जब तक दूसरा बंदा भी मतलब उस चीज में राजी ना हो जाए, उसकी फीलिंग काम ना हो, तब तक we should have patience.
Have patience. Yes, have patience. देखो, I'll tell you
In any
something.
situation, because there are so many situations where कि सब्र करिए कि ना करिए, जल्दी करिए, मतलब हर टाइम सारे दिमाग में
देखो, सबर is a spiritual tool. Is a spiritual tool. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਸਬਰ ਸੰਤੋਖ ਦਇਆ ਧਰਮ, ਇਹ ਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਉੱਚਾ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੇ ਟੂਲਸ ਹਨ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ। ਇਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਹੀ ਹਨ। And we've already learned that the exchange of energy, जितना ਸਾਡੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਸਬਰ ਹੋਏਗਾ, energy is going to go to the other person. ਉਹ ਵੀ ਸਬਰ ਹੋਏਗਾ। Trust this universe laws. ਅਸੀਂ impatient ਹੋ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ। You see, when we are moving, someone is very impatient. ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ irritation ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ feel ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਭਾਈ ਬੈਠ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ, is irritating me ਯਾਰ। ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ, how this is the exchange of energy. Sabr karo, sabr karo, sabr karo. It is just the whole environment gets disturbed because this is the exchange of energy.
Thank you.
And God bless you.
Hanji. When our recordings are ready, they will be put up in the website, and a message will be put up in the WhatsApp group. So kindly do not worry about that. We will let you all be informed. Hanji, Neeta ji.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ
ਫਤਿਹ ਬੱਚਾ,
ਕੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਥੋੜਾ ਸਾ ਯੈਸਟਰਡੇ ਦੇ ਸੈਸ਼ਨ ਦਾ ਸ਼ਾਰਟ ਫਾਰਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੱਸ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ?
yesterday ਦਾ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਸੀ? It was
honesty and responsibility.
Honesty and responsibility. Acha. See, honesty is very, very important for us. What is the honesty? It is our integrity. We are not going to have any such type of, usually you see, ਅਸੀਂ ਛੋਟੇ ਛੋਟੇ ਕੰਮ ਵੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਨਾ, ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੀ honesty ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ। You have to have an introspection for your own honesty. And this is, everyone has to introspect themselves. ਸਾਡੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਅਗਰ honesty ਹੈ, then it has to come into our, what you say, into our actions. But usually outside we are showing something else and inside is something else. It's a hypocrisy. We have to take this responsibility because we have in life, we have already done in every way. You see, responsibility comes. We have to take the responsibility of every situation that come into our life. Sadi zindagi de vich ups and downs are going to come. Ups and downs are going to come. Relationships are going to be there. You will see in business and everything there's going to be there. We have to learn to take the responsibility. Why? Because in the previous laws, if we attach this and see to the other laws, that why we are taking the responsibility, that's very important. Why we are taking the responsibility? We are taking the responsibility because whatever correspondence or whatever compensation or triggers or emails are coming to us, we have to understand that we are responsible for it. That is where responsibility comes in. We have to take the responsibility. The zindagi vich jo bhi ho raha hai, we are responsible for it. Why? Because the cause is inside us. The seed is inside us. In the form of emotions and negative thought. वो साढ़े अंदर ही है. Game started from us. फिर जरा बंदा आ रहा है. Like I last time yesterday I explained कि जरा बंदा आ रहा है, जो triggers लेके आ रहे हैं, it's just like a postman. It's just like a postman. वो postman letter आके संग देता है. Letter विच बहुत कुछ लिखा हुआ है, दुखदाई भी है. ते कोई ऐसा letter जरा सुखदाई भी होता है. But is the postman responsible for it? No, he's not responsible. He is just come and given us the letter to us. Same thing, people come into our life, like our spouses, our children, our extension family, as a business, lot of triggers, lot of compensation, lot of correspondence, lot of emails are coming through different relationships. Like parents, like children, like spouses, like friends, maybe just a mere servant in the house. These are all the postmen, and they are giving us all the triggers. Now is the time when we take our responsibility. We do not blame them. We do not blame those postmen. We do not blame our spouses or our children or our friends or our extension family. We do not blame them because we are responsible for it. The cause is inside us. The seed is inside us. They are mere postmen who have come and given us the lessons. So we have to take that responsibility. Spirituality says, take the responsibility of each and every situation. When we take the responsibility, we start learning not to blame, not to pass judgments. That is a time when we start learning to let go. This is the time when we go into total acceptance. When you go into acceptance, we let go. And when we let go, then the laws of attraction start. So you see how it is all connected. Just by a mere responsibility. And you have to be very, very honest to yourself. ਅਸੀਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਬੜਾ ਖਾ ਰਹੇ ਬੜੇ ਮਾਸਕ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਪਰ ਅੰਦਰ ਗੰਦ ਹੈਗਾ this is all hypocrisy, this is not honesty. ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਪਰ ਛੋਟੀ ਛੋਟੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਹੋਨੈਸਟੀ ਨਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸਪੋਜ਼ मेरी पोतरी हमेशा मैनू मोबाइल चाहिए फिर मैनू झूठ बोलना पड़ता है कि नेट नहीं है इस करके मैं नहीं दे सकती हाँ दैट इज ऑल्सो will return come to me.
yes देखो एक बारी सच बोल के देखो एक बारी बच्चे को कि नेटवर्क नहीं है
नहीं बहुत बारी उन्होंने सच कहा पहले भाई नहीं देखो ਤੁਹਾਡੇ eyes will be become weak but she is not listening so ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਉਹਨੇ 2-3 ਵਾਰ ਝੂਠ ਬੋਲਿਆ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਨੈਟਵਰਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਬੇਟਾ so ਮੈਨੂੰ 2 ਦਿਨ ਧੋਖਾ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਨੈਟਵਰਕ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਕਿ that is a karma for me.
See, this is also you are you throw these words into the universe and it comes like a boomerang. It comes back like a boomerang. You believe it or not, but it comes like a boomerang. ਜਦੋਂ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਸਮਝਾਉਣਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਨਾ ਬੋਲਿਆ ਕਰੋ ਜਦੋਂ ਬੱਚਾ ਆ ਕੇ ਮੰਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਦੋਂ ਬੱਚਾ ਆ ਕੇ ਮੰਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੋਲੋਗੇ ਨਾ so then what will happen you will go into the lies ਤੁਸੀਂ ਝੂਠ ਬੋਲਣਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰੋਗੇ because at the spur of the time you don't want to give that person. When you are free, when you see the child is sitting and in a very nice conversation, when you and the child is free, Bishak is just for 10-15 minutes, pass this message. What I'm having a problem, I'm having this problem, I'm having that problem. Usno a problem hui hai, dekho a cheez aayi hai, log keh rahe hain. Try to pass this in a very nice, subtle way to the children. ਪਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਬੱਚਾ ਆਂਦਾ ਨਾ ਮੰਗਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਅਰੇ ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਵਾਂਗੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇ ਬੱਚਾ ਗੁੱਸਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਸੇ ਝੂਠ ਬੋਲ ਦਵਾਂਗੇ ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਐਟ ਦ ਸਪੋਰ ਆਫ ਦੈਟ ਮੂਮੈਂਟ but give the knowledge to the child before that when the child is free so that it goes to the child's brain ਅਸੀਂ spur of the moment ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਬੱਚਾ ਆ ਕੇ ਕਨੂੰ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਨੇ ਤਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਗਈ ਹੂੰ ਟੁਡੇ ਆਈ ਹੈਡ ਅ ਵੋਡਕਾ ਮੈਨੇ ਪੀਆ you had a vodka at this small age you were just in school so what do we say when the child comes and says the spur moment don't say how dare you don't say that you are wrong don't say what do we say oh you had who else had it okay बच्चे आजकल सारे बच्चे लेते हैं at first what do we say we go with him so that the child opens up when the child opens up हाँ सब ने लिया ऐसे लिया मैंने भी टेस्ट किया मैंने भी देखा क्या है उसमें अच्छा सारे लेते सब बच्चे आजकल का टाइम ऐसा सारे बच्चे लेते हैं now every child wants to taste every child wants to try new things so then the child starts gelling with you then we say when the child is good then we say हाँ बच्चे but I trust you because you have your own family values are with you I can trust you try करते हैं but I know you are very responsible try तो किया है but now you have to be very careful because you see at the spur of the moment we never say no we never scold first we let the child gel in with us and then we pass the information so also when the child comes and asks for the mobile at that time you cannot say no and if you say no you say I don't want to say no so then at that time I tell something lies so pass this information whenever you are free, 10-15 minutes, talk to the child कि ये चीजें हो रही है, ऐसे हो रही है, आंखों का ये प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, देख लो आजकल के ये वाईफाई ये भी हो रहा है, वाईफाई इतना लोग यूज कर रहे हैं, people are going health. Give total information to the child which the child can understand.
Yes, thank you very much.
Karandaji, your hand was raised. Do you have a question? I can unmute you. Anji Karandaji. Okay. Leaders aren't born, they are made. You got to earn your leadership every day. So let's do what is right, even when no one is watching. We end our 4th session of our 10 days ongoing series. Thank you all for joining. Have a fabulous Friday.
It's become too heavy, I think, for everyone. Where's all your smile gone? Where's all your smile gone? Yes. So we meet tomorrow. Please practice this, introspect. But don't worry, you will be getting all the recording, your slides, everything you'll get. So for today, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. See you tomorrow.